All right, those were just my pasta shells that I flipped inside out. I'm next coming in, I have my delicious frozen raw shrimp, shell off, peeled, and deveined. What we're gonna do with that shrimp is I'm just gonna pop one shrimp into each one of our little pasta shells. I'm using a silicone muffin tin for this delicious and easy little bite. I'm doing shrimp. The best part about this is you could really customize this recipe however you please. But I love shrimp with this. It is such an easy and delicious pasta dish. So I'm just going in with that frozen shrimp, and it's important to do tail off as well for this. And depending on what kind of style of shrimp you like or what size you like, you can kind of play around with different ones. So we'll go ahead and get those nice and stuffed with our big, huge shrimpies. Perfect. Now that we have our shrimp in place, I'm gonna be coming in with the roasted garlic ragu. And what I'm gonna do is just pop our spoon right in there. Oh, you can smell that garlic and that ragu already. And I'm just gonna go right over our shrimp and into our little shells. I just cooked the shells per the directions of our box, and just making sure that they don't break as well. It's a really fun and easy thing to do with the kids. I mean, like I said, this is super customizable. You could do a white sauce, you could do a pesto, you could do a butter and olive oil. You could also make your own sauce. That's totally a preference if you just want to do some stewed tomatoes and some Italian seasonings. But I'm just going in and just maybe going in with maybe a teaspoon, tablespoon, depending on how saucy you like things, right over our frozen shrimp. In addition, I think all seafood needs some citrus, so I'm gonna go in with one lemon, and I'm just gonna go right over the top of those pasta shells with our shrimp. Fun fact, if you just roll your citrus before cutting it, you get so much more juice. So I just roll it on my countertop before giving it a cut, and you get way more juice. That looks good to me. And then, of course, we all know I am a garlic girly, so we cannot miss with the garlic. So I'm just gonna go in with my little spoon, and again, just right on top, depending on how much garlic you like. You could also do a garlic salt, a garlic powder. You could do cloves of garlic, fresh garlic. I know a lot of people don't like the jarred garlic, but I am a big fan of the jarred garlic. This is what I grew up on. Garlic bread, spaghetti with this garlic. It just makes sense. And I love a lot of garlic, so don't be shy. I'm just going in, just like so, right over our red sauce. And then what is pasta without some cheese? So I am using a Parmesan shredded cheese. Again, totally customizable. You could do a mozzarella, you could do an Italian blend, but I mean, look at how delicious. And I like to use a lot of that cheese. It kind of just encases all of our yummy pasta ingredients. And of course the pugs also love cheese, honey specifically. So I'm just going over and making sure that we get those nice and covered with this delicious Parmesan cheese before moving on to our next step. All right, now that we have our shells covered in that delicious cheese, we're ready to pop these into the oven. We are gonna go about 20 minutes at 350. Oh my goodness, these smell so tasty. Oh, our little shrimp, kind of cheesy tomato bites in our shells. I am ready to dig one of these out. I mean, look at how easy that is to, ooh, and that shell is like perfectly cooked. Oh, it's a little hot, but that's okay. We have our little plate here. I'm gonna grab a couple of these bad boys because I am ready. And the great thing about these silicone molds is they really just hold everything in there, and you can just pop them out. Perfect little bite-sized little appetizers. Now that we have that, I'm gonna move this out of the way. And I just like to top mine off with just a touch of that basil. You could even go with like a little garlic salt, some Italian seasoning, some red pepper flakes, some additional Parmesan, but those look absolutely amazing to me. Oh, all right, we have to give one of these a bite. That shrimp is like perfectly cooked too. And the best part about this, you can just pop this entire thing in your mouth. Enjoy.